Hi guys, my name is Hanan and you can call me Andy as well. In this vlog, I'm going to talk about the week 12 topic, affiliate with disabilities, sport inclusion and exclusion. You might think this topic is not related to us since we are not from this minority group, but I hope this video can change your idea over this topic. And firstly, I want to start with the article in week 12 about Paralympian Yi Ping-shu. It mentioned how she was treated unfairly. The monetary award for her 2 Paralympic gold would not even be half of Joe Schooling's 1 Olympic gold. I do acknowledge the fact that people would prefer to watch Olympics since it's much more competitive compared to Paralympic. But when it comes to the monetary for them, why should they receive less? They are also fighting for their own countries, and the difficulty they need to overcome is much more than the normal athlete. Is there any way for our society to support those peer athletes? You may pause this video and take a second to think about who else could speak for them and make them more inclusive in the sport area. One way I think of is the support from renowned athletes. One example is how Novak Djokovic, right now the world's #1 tennis player, spoke up for wheelchair tennis athletes. In 2020, the US Open organizing body announced certain restrictions to battle the COVID-19 outbreak, as well as to pay the financial loss that would rise from holding the tournament behind closed doors. The USTA had declared that there would be no wheelchair tennis in US Open this year, and the Argentinian wheelchair tennis player, Fernandes, who is the winner of 5 major titles, feel disappointed and a sense of discrimination after the news was announced. But there's nothing he can do other than protest on the internet. Fortunately, players like Djokovic, Federer, and Murray joined in the protest, and the USTA finally announced that they will hold a wheelchair tournament after all. Imagine what will happen if they don't speak for wheelchair tennis. Voice from para-athletes might be not taken seriously because of the less popularity they have. And that's why we need more athletes from different areas to speak up. And now you may think, okay, but why should we care about these whole things? And I would like to share a story with you. Djokovic actually played with another wheelchair tennis athlete, Declan Alcott, in the 2017 Australian Open. We can see that he was also sitting in a wheelchair, and it's actually a great challenge for this world #1 player to play in such a way. So we can imagine the challenge the para athlete need to overcome are much larger. And Djokovic said that they make the game of tennis more beautiful and more unique because what they do and how they do it. They turn this handicap into something that inspires a lot of people, including myself. Not just wheelchair tennis player. This kind of spirits come from para-athlete. Never give up no matter what you face. Isn't that encouraging us to work hard when we face the challenges? And we want this kind of spirits can motivate us, motivate the whole countries. That's why I said we need to care about the para-athlete and make them more inclusive in the sport industry of our society. And now I want to share my experience with my tennis partner. He was a deaf mute, and you might think it's not a big deal for them compared to those wheelchair players. But as his double partner, I can tell you that the first problem he faced is he cannot directly speak to the competition host when he decided to take part in the Chinese provincial competition for para athletes. But luckily, he got his coach to help him. But not all the players have such nice person to help him or her. In another Week 12 article written by Amanda Morris, it mentioned how a gold medal winning runner who is intellectually disabled was lost in the airport when he was on his way to training. And Rebecca Mayers, a 3 times Paralympic gold medal winner, had trouble finding her way on the Paralympic village, particularly the dining hall, and ended up with barely eating for several days during the 2016 Rio Paralympic. She said she was crying on the floor of his room with plan to withdraw from the competition and go home. And all these problems are because US Olympic Paralympic committees fail to provide what they consider necessary support and therefore excluding them from taking part in Paralympic. So what I was trying to say in this blog is that excluding the para-athlete from the sport industry is also excluding their excellent spirit from our society. They fight for their dreams and countries despite of the innate challenges. And the era we live in today is filled with all kinds of social media, such as TikTok and Instagram. We need more such platform to post this para-athlete and educate our next generation with real role model. And that's why we should care about and solve the problem of excluding the para-athlete from sporting industry. Thanks for listening.